House Resolution 150 by Representative Bruce of the 61st, Alexander of the 66th, Walensky the 79th, Shannon of the 84th, Frazier the 126th, and others. A resolution recognizing and commending Nettie Washington Douglas and for other purposes.
Chair recognizes Representative Bruce for an invite resolution.
Thank you again. Another moment in history. How many of you sit around your table at home with your elders and talk about the history of your family and find that to be very interesting? Well, today we have, that's you? You're waving? Okay. Well, today we have an individual who I would love to sit around her table. Those of you who have heard of Frederick Douglass, her dad is Frederick Douglass III. Those of you that have heard of Booker T. Washington, her great-great-grandfather is Booker T. Washington. That is a lot of history around one dinner table. And in her own right, she's an author, she's a lecturer, and I wanted to share her with you, members of this General Assembly, as a token of history. You know, we can't recognize her elders, her ancestors, but we sure can recognize her on their behalf. So with that, please help me in welcoming Miss Nettie Washington Douglas.
My pleasure. Thank you very much. Thank you, Representative Bruce. I am honored to be here today, and I was told from the beginning, be brief, and that's hard for me to do, but I did want to share with you that on February the 14th, we concluded Frederick Douglass's bicentennial. He actually was 201 on February the 14th. And I would just like to share with you what we, the descendants, are doing for the legacy of both Booker T. Washington and Frederick Douglass. We formed the Frederick Douglass Family Initiatives, and it was conceived from a 2003 National Geographic magazine cover story called 21st Century Slaves. Using the legacies of Douglass and my great-grandfather Booker T. Washington to guide us, we decided to focus on abolition through education. Our main work centers around the issue of human trafficking prevention and a program called PROTECT. PROTECT is an acronym for Prevention Organized to Educate Children on Trafficking. PROTECT is the largest human trafficking prevention education initiative ever undertaken. Last year, we, the family, to celebrate the bicentennial, published the special edition of the narrative of the life of Frederick Douglass, which was his first autobiography that he wrote in 1845. It became a bestseller. So we have the bicentennial edition, and we had the book launch at the Library of Congress, which has named the narrative one of the 88 books that shaped America. So our goal, our initiative is called 1 Million Abolitionist Project, and our goal is to get 1 million copies of the book into the hands of 1 million students. The bicentennial celebration is over, but we're not going to stop with the books until all 1 million have been distributed. And then I'll just briefly mention some of the things of Frederick Douglass, born a slave, what he was able to accomplish as Frederick Douglass. He was one who taught other enslaved people to read at great risk to himself. He persuaded both the American public and Abraham Lincoln that we are all equal and deserving of the right to live free. He supported the rights of women at a time when few men of such importance endeavored to do so. I would like to end, and this is a personal ending for me. I learned, having moved to Georgia, I've been here for 28 years, that there is a little known and or ignored Georgia fact I would like to share. On October the 17th of 1870, a bill passed creating Douglas County, originally spelled with 2 S's, and it was to honor Frederick Douglass. I personally would like to see some recognition of that, perhaps a plaque on a Douglas County bill at some point. And lastly, I'm asking you all to check your pockets, check your change to see if you have any Frederick Douglass quarters. They came out, they were put into distribution, I believe it was April of 2017. And with that, I thank you, and thank you again for this wonderful honor to end my personal celebration for the bicentennial. Thank you very, very much.